It's
Oh,
annoying because it's too hot, so it's actually
like burning.
yeah,
Oh no, I burned my bum.
yeah. It's that nice.
So I should probably correct an error in last week's session. Because of the death curse currently plaguing Faerun, Jim did die.
Tragic.
Also, that's a thing now.
Hmm. If you die, you die.
Yeah.
Okay, we should not die.
It's a good thing I was thinking about spending all of this lovely, lovely money on survivability. Also splitting it, if, of course, if we couldn't, if we didn't manage to scavenge up what was left after the fire.
The Urkies are multiplying.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Also,
try to
those,
call him one more time.
please do so.
No, that's not the right bet. This is the right bet.
I don't know what happened. I was feeling so energetic like an hour ago. And I sat down to like chill, playing some Interstellar Rift, just going around mining. I was like, okay, somehow all of a sudden I'm really tired.
Oh no! What? What?
No, it's not Urky on Urky action.
What is happening?
And many, many stupid things. Oh, side note, Max.
Hmm?
I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the new Katla.
Yeah, I need to draw that.
I can only imagine she looks badass.
Adorable and badass.
Yeah. Also, you don't have to look badass to be badass. Because, well, I know my wife. She is badass. Full stop.
Yep. I need my cat blanket. Why did she go away?
I do have to say, I was a little salty that they just decided to give everyone that template. Because that was like gonna be one of my big, like, character defining things.
At least my wings are fluffy.
Mm-hmm. Mine are immaterial.
That's Bobby.
Mm-hmm. I also did check the rules on flying, so that so if I had enough skill to actually do like the super villain flight where you're like standing and just floating along. And yes, I have enough skill in fly to do that. I also have enough skill in flight to just hover in place.
Yes, it's called kidney beans.
Kidney beans?
I can't do it.
Rocketry.
Rocketry?
Fart rocket.
Yeah, expunging methane gas quick enough.
I'm confused.
Well, I was able to get a hold of Ral.
Huh?
He should be coming.
He should.
Any second now.
Also, Max, did you get through guards?
No, I'm terrible.
Nah.
I liked it.
Well,
I'm awesome.
I'm just gonna say Errol.
I haven't even read all the comics book I bought. I'm bad.
Because Errol literally does that in the book. The very first Nightwatch book.
I'm pretty fond of Carrot.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good type of naive. Also, the dude who does the voices, he's so good. Like every character has its own voice, and you can tell them apart.
I love the death voice, and I love the death of Rat's voice. This is the death voice, but it's like, squeak.
Yes. But the guy who does the, he doesn't do the voice just nearly as good as the one who does it in the animated, the old animated movies and Hog's Father. That dude's voice is amazing. Hey, Ralph.
Whee! Microphone is activated. Jump him.
Hi. It's working now. Hi. There we go.
Hello.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, can I do the special version, please?
What's the special version?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. That's the one. I can't do the full one because it's copyrighted.
Yeah.
However, an interesting fact, the original birthday song, which is trying to get sung, is no longer copyrighted.
It isn't?
No. The happy birthday song is no longer copyrighted.
Wee.
Whee!
Oh,
So.
dear. Goodness.
I believe it is currently the morning after the house burned down.
Right. I need the link. I need to find it.
Alright, Ral needs to be on the board.
Derp Toad.
Yeah, let me. Da, 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 da. Why you want to put it over there? Wants me to log in. Look at my login.
So, who wants to fill in Ral on the campaign so far?
You do.
Yep, you do.
I want to make soup.
You're the GM. Suck it up.
The soup?
I'm actually glad. It's a good thing that you called when you did, and I answered because, like, I don't know. The first time I didn't recognize the number, and I forgot to write down.
Well,
the
it's
issue,
like
but
it
when you
stopped
called again, I was-
ringing, and I was like, this is weird.
You know,
Good.
usually because I'm getting a lot of like those scam calls or like people just trying to like I don't know, like I don't even just completely stupid things. So I just kind of started like not saying anything because if somebody wants to talk to me, they're going to say something first. Usually, like I've noticed that, and if they don't,
Joke's on you. I started this campaign 11 weeks ago just to get your voice all recorded.
But I was about to go get a salad when I answered when you called. Like I was just getting ready.
Well, do you have to leave to get the salad, or do you just have to salad the salad?
I had to leave. I was gonna get with a coupon. Wendy's has these really awesome taco salads, and I get a coupon in the mail. It's like $2 off, so I could get like a $7 salad for like $5.
Hear that, Wendy's? I mean, Taco Bell. Free advertising. Only here. But sounds good. Does anybody else mind having an early bio break?
Is it really a break?
Well, no, it's on the other town. I wasn't gonna go. Like, I'm not. If I'm playing, I'm not gonna go because it's gonna take like an hour. I mean, not an hour. It's on the other town though.
Is there
Wait,
any place
You would
within
go an
snacking
hour
distance?
just to get a salad.
I mean, a good salad is worth the drive.
Okay, like what they do, it's okay. It's so different from like if you go to like a Taco Bell or something, and get a taco salad. It's kind of like it's like they have like salads with like fresh, like they get the ingredients and they chop everything up. They're fresh, and then but like with their taco salad, it's like they have all of the separate parts, and it's really hard to describe. It's like you get because like how they make the baked potatoes and stuff like that. They've got like the sour cream and the like the chili and stuff, and they give you like all of these things to put on the salad, like fresh. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's really good.
Yeah,
Well,
does
I think-
anyone else not want to have a snack right now?
I think you're trying to you're almost trying to convince the wrong type of person because I have literally not eaten a vegetable in like 10, 15 years.
Yeah, and right
Well,
now
I
I'm
don't know
like vegetables,
if it's
potatoes.
I don't know if it's super vegetable-y, but it's just like lettuce and tomato and then nacho
Yep.
cheese and all.
I haven't touched anything
It's-
green. Nothing.
I haven't in a while either. That's why I wanted one, but yeah. You know, the reason I had to go get food is I've not actually been keeping food around that much. So I'm trying to like eat less, so I've just kind of not been keeping things around. I can end up eating only once a day or something.
Yes, Tim, that is also why I do not count ketchup.
Aha.
Ketchup is not a vegetable or a fruit.
It is a sauce.
Ketchup? Oh god, ketchup is so loaded with sugar. Like seriously, I did not realize this until like per volume, you get more or the same amount of sugar as like a soda.
As long as it
This
tastes
is
good.
like 4 grams of sugar per tablespoon or whatever the serving was.
Ketchup flavored soda coming this fall.
Oh,
They actually sell reduced sugar ketchup that's like
It's not good.
much less sugar.
It,
No.
it tastes like bitter and yeah.
While you guys are discussing this, I'm gonna grab a snack.
God damn it. I can't.
so we'll continue talking about tomatoes and why they're the bestest.
Tomatoes are not green and they're green. Oh, I just noticed you were typing in there. Can't
Yeah, Bunny has this odd little habit that when someone else is talking, she starts typing because she's timid.
Yes, I
Oh,
know
see?
that.
Seems like every time I try to say something, interrupting someone else, it's like, oh no, I feel horrible. I don't want to interrupt
No,
anyone.
that's just
I'm sorry.
that's literally just how like voice over internet works because we have well, first of all, me and Max are like on a massive delay because we are in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I do that too sometimes. Actually, I did that a bunch in our last session. On, was it Saturday or whatever? It's like people were talking, so I just started like typing what my character was doing.
I do that sometimes too when it's like someone else is having like a pretty in-depth discussion between characters or something, and my character is doing something in the background. I do the /me because it's fun.
I'm still cold.
Get warm.
But I don't know where the cat is.
Oh, that reminds me. One time we went to this tour, supposed to be like a spooky tour, and we got on this boat, and they took us like a small cave. It wasn't really a cave because it was sort of open, but it was like a narrow passage, and they had these people dressed up in costumes like zombies and scary people, and we had to go past them. And the thing is, they were not trying to scare us; they were scaring only the little girls that were in front of us. So every time you hear them, ah! I don't know. It was, but then once we made it to the end of this passage, and we were all so freaking cold, and they had a vendor with hot chocolate. Oh my god, that guy made hundreds of dollars because everyone was buying chocolate.
Sales tactics.
Yeah.
First, let's make the people cold and uncomfortable. Then let's sell them something that makes them less cold and uncomfortable.
Yes. It's like I watched a video yesterday where they explained the fact that the popcorn smell you smell in theaters is completely fucking fake. It's just there to make you want to buy more popcorn.
But it's a good smell.
Makes sense.
Which, by most degrees, is they also have the popcorn turned up by about a 5,000% margin. It is super expensive. It's super cheap to make popcorn, especially in those amounts.
Oh yeah. It's kind of funny if you ever look up the story of like how that started being sold in theaters.
Yeah. But
That it was like way back. Like, oh god. I guess it would be. When did theaters first start? It was like way back when they had like the silent ones and stuff, and people would
20s and
vendors,
30s.
yeah, outside. Yeah, so like outside, vendors would set up and sell all sorts of different things. And like, there's some regions that had like specific types of snacks and things that like got kind of adopted into the theaters, so that like you can go to some places and have theaters that would have different kinds of things in them or whatever. But like the yeah, I can't remember. It was just vaguely like vendors would set up outside, and then theaters started like making spaces for them and renting them to the vendors instead of them being like on the street. And then eventually they just kind of cut out the middleman completely and started selling everything inside.
Yeah, because it was literally more profitable than showing the movies themselves.
Yeah,
Especially nowadays,
it's
where
like
every major box office movie is like, they don't actually earn shit showing that movie. They earn everything on concessions.
I know, it's like you might spend like $12-14 or something on a ticket, and then it's like, oh, you want a popcorn, that's gonna be $7. You want a drink, that's gonna be $5. If you want to refill the drink, it's gonna be $7. You want a bar of candy that would cost like 79 cents in a checkout line, that's gonna be $4.
This is why there is there's a habit for men in Sweden to have a man bag when we go to the theater, because we have all of the snacks we want in that bag. And
Gosh, theaters here are kind of aggressive about that, like not letting people do that.
Nope, not here.
It was even, I remember once there was like a person that like was refusing to let a woman in because she wouldn't let him search her purse.
We don't even have a rule about not bringing outside snacks into the theater.
Yep. You can bring whatever, basically.
Well, we have the rule for no ice cream and no like pizza or other.
Oh yeah, it's stuff that can stain or melt, like the obvious stuff.
Yeah, but everything else is allowed.
Yeah.
They don't even let you. They won't even let you bring your like if a bottle of water in.
That's so
They have like signs everywhere. It's like no outside food or drink, and then they have like the people in the theater that like you buy your tickets, and then they have like, not just when you go in, you also have like people outside of the entrance to the hallways to the theaters that like will search your bags and stuff to make sure that you don't have.
Yeah. Every day and every time I talk about these kinds of things, I'm just thinking like, okay, everyone in America, pack your bags, pack your stuff, move to Europe. Just the place is lost, abandoned ship.
Yeah, it's been like 300 years. We had a good run.
Like, yeah, we have backward things like, yes, we still have monarchy in some of our countries. But it's like,
Yeah,
it
well-
fucking works.
It's they don't have any power.
Not really, no. Well, the King of England still has a fair bit of power, but he's still mostly for display.
And also, our president doesn't have any power. Like,
I
literally,
wish.
his doggo almost has enough, like, as much power as he does. Which is none.
I wish our president didn't have any power.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah. Actually,
It's-
the Finnish president has the power to, like, if there's a law and he thinks that, okay, this is dumb, he has the power to send it back and then the people have to look at it again, but they can just not change anything and just say that, yeah, this is good, and that's it. So he doesn't actually have power.
Yeah.
Except pardoning prisoners. That he can do.
That's nice. That's more than what our prime minister can do. I think actually our king can actually pardon prisoners. It's one of the few things they reserved for the royal family. I know the princess did once. I think. Like some supposed war criminal from Iraq, but it was like complete bullshit allegations. So she was like, "Oh no, you're getting out by a royal decree."
Which princess?
I can't remember. It's a long
I'm just
time
going
ago.
to assume it's the crown princess, because
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
The only problem I have is that our next king, I don't like him. I really don't like him.
Technically, you don't have a next king.
No, we have a queen.
Yeah, you have a queen and then her husband, who is not going to be a king.
Yeah.
Is going to be a prince forever and ever.
Yep. But he is still gonna be called the king.
I don't remember anything about him.
He's just this. Like, he seems like a nice dude, but he looks like a slimy bastard.
Was his name Daniel?
I think something like that. It's a D name. Very common. Probably Dick.
No, I think it was Daniel. Or, well, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
We don't have royalty, so we just think that the Swedish royalty is also our royalty.
Well, in a sense, they are.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird, but it works. I mean, I'm pretty sure at some point Scandinavia is just gonna become a country. That's like, it has been a country at one point.
In a dystopia, 300 years from now.
Mm. I thought you said except Estonia. Because Estonia has been trying to become Scandinavian for fucking ages, but is still not considered Scandinavian.
Well, technically, Finland is also not Scandinavian.
Aren't you? I think everyone thinks you're Scandinavian.
No, that's why. If Finland is if let's start it again. If Finland is included, then it's Fennoscandinavia. Fennoscandia?
No, because like Scandinavia is Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, Greenland.
But Greenland is part of Norway, right?
Yes, but I still say Greenland anyway.
Yeah. It's a massive block of land.
Yes. Falklands, I believe, are part of Scandinavia.
Yes. Because they're a part of Denmark.
Yes. Wasn't it something about Scotland becoming part of Scandinavia? I remember reading that, and it's like super funny. Also, we have a lot of neighboring countries here that I believe are part of Scandinavia, but I can never remember their names because there's so many of them.
What?
It's it's a lot of it's Slavic countries. I'm really bad at Slavic countries.
Uh, I'm just like, what are they called in English? Lithuania?
Think so.
That's one. And know them in Finnish.
Pocket tacos
Mm.
for the movies.
But yeah, that's a fun little thing that's happening within the EU. It's like, yeah, all the fun countries are like sectioning themselves off from the rest of the EU.
Also, Scotland wants to be one of us.
Google
Wouldn't
gobble, Google gobble.
Wouldn't surprise me if Ireland also would like to become one.
Yeah, they don't like England.
No.
It's complicated with North Ireland.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. Shall we begin? I'm not Dane, but for some reason I'm stuck in this Irish bastard of an accent.
And I'm free. Free of it, I say. Free.
Yep.
So, you guys destroyed the demonic construct last night. You are currently encamped in the town of New Oakhurst, which is the boomtown that Erky built.
Yep.
Jim's dead because Raph had to attack the dragon.
Hey, at least he told me, explained to me how he made the quick shot.
Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty
being
simple.
emo.
I think I lost connection there for a second.
I don't know.
Sometimes I have trouble pressing my push to talk button. Gets all fluttery.
Oh, lag.
Yeah, that was just like it's.
Yeah, that was me fanning the hammer on my push to talk key.
Now, children.
Yes. And as I remember it, Furman had a bit of a crisis, shall we say.
Yep. And Jasper is just being emo.
Yep.
I believe we were gonna go see the wizard in Hopper, I think, and talk to him about what's going on.
Yes. We were just gathered up the morning after. And that's about where we called the session.
Okay. It is a bright new morning. You all wake up in your various places of waking up.
So we've already
had
woken up and
already.
even talked a bit.
Alright.
Yep.
Time passed and things happened.
I'm sitting leaned against a tree with Selbus and Jasper, and I'm drinking some spiced wine. Slowly. Just keeping that hangover at bay.
So yeah, we were going to gather us up, all of us, and go talk to the wizards.
Yes. Apparently, we need to plan out what's the next step.
Yep.
Alright. I slowly get up from my sitting position. It's almost like he just wants to keep sitting here for a while, but he knows stuff has to be done. So he reluctantly gets up. Right. Where's this Hoffer then? Is he in this bloody tower?
I would assume so.
Uh,
It's
oh God.
always there.
I hope Elminster has left.
I don't think so.
Jeez.
I mean, where would he go? Also, why would we be so lucky?
Yeah.
He was kind of creepy.
Oh yeah, he's... Stories. Heard a few. Just don't accept his invitations, okay?
I wasn't going to.
Alright. Well, lead on then. I have no idea how to get into that tower.
I was just going to yell at the bottom.
If that works, it works.
Yeah, as you start shouting, the face in the door is like, "Ah, my ears! Why are you shouting?"
To get your attention and to get in.
Yes, yes. Door opens.
See, it works.
Alright. Well, follow Jasper indoors. Oh, is Rosebush still following me, by the way?
Do you want Rosebush to be following you?
I have no control over Rosebush, so...
Currently, you are giving Rosebush a piggyback ride.
Okay.
Or
Well,
he's riding you, basically.
yeah, he weighs like 5 ounces, so... he's a bush.
Walking
So-
up the stairs.
Yes, you guys get to the top of the stairs, and the door opens to the main meeting room. There are several figures standing around the large desk, pointing at various places on a large map. There are some familiar faces here, such as Erky Timbers.
Hey, okay.
Okay.
People up early.
Erky waves, I guess. That's who I'm playing, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Would Erky wave? How does Erky behave? What sort of personality is that?
Kind of
Would
like
Erky
this.
wave or
Erky would probably
like-
wave.
okay?
He's
Erky,
friendly.
yeah, he's friendly, tends to be a bit energetic. Um, not very careful when it comes to valuables.
It's worse than me.
Yeah, I just
Definitely
didn't want
worse
to didn't want to end up being like completely different. Than you guys are like, someone's body snatched Erky.
Yeah, no. It's just like,
God can erase their minds. Bahaha.
yes, that too.
Jasper. There is someone even more familiar than Erky standing around this table.
Eh?
It would be Agent Juno.
What? Why are you alive? I mean, Why is she alive?
It's like a very mean thing to say.
You told me she was dead. That's a very mean thing to say. That was why? What is happening?
Juno comes over and hugs you, and she's like, I was dead until you didn't die last night.
What? You were
Ver-
dead until I didn't die? What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know, but I'm alive.
I cut my hair because I was so sad.
It looks good.
No, it doesn't. I did it with a sword.
I like it.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you're not dead, but what the fuck is happening? Well, people, this is my adopted mother, Juno.
Hello, Gino.
Hello. Pleasure to meet you. I say as I sit down, like taking Rosebush off my shoulder and putting him on the whatever table there is.
Yeah, Selbus, you remember that Juno is one of the people that was killed when the mayor betrayed you?
Which reminds me, there's something that I need to tell you guys. You better sit down for this one. Is the wizard here as well?
Yeah, everybody's here. Even
Okay.
Elminster.
Well, here it goes, guys. I'll try to keep it short, but I tried to keep this a secret because I'm ashamed of what I did and all the circumstances that happened because of me. But maybe this will make more sense to all of you. When I was younger, I used to sneak out of my village, and I was attracted to the human village that was near our little town. It was in Rivermore, and that's where I met the mayor, which at the time I didn't know who he was. But he tricked me. He said that I owe him something because I was in his land and I wasn't allowed to be there. So he trained me to be a spy for him, and I started spying against the people that are trying to get rid of him. At the time, I thought that he was a good person, and these other people in the village were actually evil. And later on, I found out that he was actually murdering people. In one of my missions, I follow a group of villagers. They're hiding out in the sewers, and that's when I found out that the mayor had connections with giants, and he was feeding the giants human beings. He was kidnapping little girls and feeding them to the giants. When I found out about this, and that was partly my fault that I helped him get away with all these horrible things, I got together with the villagers and tried to plan to get rid of him, kill him, or whatever we could. But the mayor had spies in the village, and he found out of our plan, and I got there too late. He sent all the giants to the town, and they destroyed everything they saw. All the people got murdered and eaten in pieces, and I was so ashamed that I couldn't save anyone. And so my goal was to find the mayor and kill him. The, the reason I got together with you guys is because I heard rumors that he was nearby. So when we met the dragon the other day, that's when I got captured by the mayor's people, and they tried to kill me, but I managed to get away, and it kind of slipped my mind because I got knocked in the head. But that's pretty much what happened.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, Formin looks utterly confused.
Juno corroborates everything.
guess you're not like you didn't know, I suppose. You would never knowingly feed people to a giant, right?
I didn't know. I thought that I was helping a good man, but he just kept everything hidden from me. I was his assassin in a way, or his spy, so that he wouldn't get trapped or captured by the villagers. I wish I had known sooner and prevent everyone from being killed.
Well, you were naive and foolish, but that's not a crime, I think.
Indeed, ignorance does not equate to compliance.
But ignorance does not also something.
Yeah. Great voice wizards. Well,
And my
if I heard this before I got to know you, I would view you differently, but I know you're not evil.
I really
Oh.
appreciate that.
I'm pretty sure I would have told you that when we set out. I just look at Selbus with a sly smile.
You've proven to be good.
Yeah, Hopper will nod, and he'll say, yes, this mayor character, we've recently become aware of him. He seems to be a upper-ranking officer in the Zentarum organization, otherwise known as the Black Network. We believe he might have had something to do with the reappearance of this particular construct. We're still investigating it. But for now, we are trying to find the most likely location of where Tamu-chan fled to. He's gonna be looking for an area with ley lines that are distributed in a specific way.
How do you write that name?
If you look at the GM's name,
Oh, right.
Tamu-chan.
That makes sense.
Better known as Papa Tama-chan.
So, what do you want us to do?
Right. Well, now that you are not bound by the travel restrictions of the construct, we were wondering if you would seek out a certain tribe in southern Chult that knows of the ley lines better than we do. Druids, yes, druids.
Schultz, of all places.
They like their privacy.
I guess we could do that.
Privacy is about the only thing you'd get over there.
And bug bites, probably.
Yes.
Yes.
We currently have an expedition in northern Chult, trying to find the source of this bloody death curse. Jim's bones fall out of a chair in the corner of the room. Just where they had been
For
stacked.
Jim.
Tragic.
Should we worry about the dragon coming back? Because I think he kept my bunny, so he might be hearing our conversation right now.
That sentence, out of context, is
You're right. We shouldn't discuss sensitive topics near me anymore, says Hopper.
Why don't you just sever the connection with your familiar?
It's not really a familiar.
You must be able to do something, aren't you? Like a super powerful wizard, and also a spy master. So not being able to talk with you about sensitive topics makes you kind of
Useless.
incredibly useless.
I tend to agree on this point.
Yeah.
Right. I think I'm gonna go on vacation. Elminster, you're in charge again. If everybody could kindly vacate my tower.
What?
You know what? I'll leave it up for the rest of the night.
You know what? I resign.
What?
I quit.
You can't.
Yes, I can. But I will continue working on this. Because this is a thing that concerns the safety of everything, apparently. And also, it's kinda everything I have going on right now. But you're not my boss anymore. Officially.
Juno will be like, Jasper.
What? I only joined up because you went missing.
Now you're gonna quit because I'm not?
Yeah. Well, I was going to quit last night. I mean, before I found out you're not dead anymore. Because, frankly, I don't like working for him in an official capacity.
It's not that I don't want to sever the link, it's that I can't.
I think you're confused. This has nothing to do with the bunny.
What? Yes, I'm confused. I thought this was about the bunny.
No, this is not everything is about your bunny. I don't want to be a harp.
I did it all for the bunny.
What?
No one quit. No one. What?
I think this is simply a matter of someone wishing their freedom back.
You're free. You can go wherever you want, but to stop being a harper would be to like stop being an elf. Or
Yeah, well, I stopped being an elf when I heard that my mother was dead, and I took off my wig and cleaned off the makeup.
okay, the DM's forgot the name of one of the major races.
Tiefling?
Yay! Okay, tiefling.
Well, I stopped being a tiefling when I put on the makeup and the wig. And when my mother sawed off my horns and my tail, glaring at Juno's direction.
That's awful.
Wait, was it Juno that did that?
Yeah.
Oh god. I wouldn't have brought her back.
You know,
Large sweat drop behind Juno's head.
you
I
know,
mean,
that is fixable, by the way.
I don't think she actually. I don't remember if she was the one who got off her tail, but yep, Juno sanded down the horns when they kept growing. They kept sanding them down.
There are many priests in the world that could simply fix that in an afternoon.
Well, I think that's not really the point here.
No, just throwing it out there. I say as I take another sip of my wine flask that is now 2/3 empty.
Anyway, it's really not that complicated.
Okay, I'll need your badge and your mandolin. I'm kidding.
Do I have a badge?
No. Why would spies have badges?
That does make sense. That would be incredibly stupid.
But we will watch you until the day you die.
Well, sure, that's great. And I will keep on working on everything related to this weird thing that's going on. Until the day I die, or until it's solved completely and fully, and yes.
Now, what about, I believe, well, myself? I don't know, Erky, are you a harper? Syllabus?
I'm not.
Erky is not. Salbus was technically being vetted to be one. But I guess if you guys don't want to be harpers.
No, we don't.
We're just regular old schmuck adventurers.
Like freelancers
Yep.
on retainer.
Well then, so you want to send us to Schultz?
Around the Great Horn, actually.
Around the Great Horn. I look questioningly.
Well, it's a little too dangerous to just go through Chult right now, so
Hmm.
probably safer to sail around the other side.
Okay. We can do that. When do I mean where do we leave from? Where's the nearest harbor port thing? Mom.
Believe it's Neverwinter.
Well, yes.
Hey, look, it's Jasper's old token.
I need to make a new one. Again.
So I believe the answer to that question was Neverwinter.
Yep.
Yes.
So we'll go there. Take a boat. Uh, do you have a boat?
The Harpers have a boat.
Great, we'll take that one.
Okay.
do we have a crew on that one? And also, do they know that we're leaving on a... I mean,
Well, not yet. We have to assemble them.
oh,
But it should be 2-3 days at the most.
Juno can do that, right?
Agent Juno is got other details to see to.
Oh, sure. Well, someone will do that then.
Well, I am going to need re-equipped. I feel like I've been running around in battlefield gear for way too long for way too dangerous things.
So, do you want us to leave for Neverwinter right away or tomorrow?
I would prefer getting there quite rapidly.
Takes like half a day to get to Neverwinter,
I guess we could leave right now.
but the boat won't be ready for another 3.
Well, it's better to hang out in Neverwinter than here.
Indeed.
But here you have forest friends.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, problem
Orbit
is
has
that
forest friends.
the problem is that I need dwarves and elves right now, due to their specific expertises in craftsmanship.
What, your twig friends can make things?
Probably. They make splendid gardens.
So, as you are all standing here having this conversation, you are suddenly finding yourselves launched midair as a giant shockwave goes through the building as the top of Mount Gottengreb blows up.
What?
And
Oh,
we'll be right
no.
back.
What?
That's what I imagine the sound of the what's it called, the magma cork or whatever just releases its pressure.
Oh,
More like the sound of like a
Oh,
bunch of
wait,
jet
oh.
engines. Just getting closer and closer and closer and closer.
I guess I'll go grab a smoke then. Easily. And probably another cup of coffee after I scull this one. Gary.
yep.
Volcano.
Volcano.
I need a black and white volcano, but none of the art sources has them ready.
That's sad.
It is sad. So we'll have to go with color.
How big is that volcano?
roughly 26 miles across.
Yikes.
So large.
Well, I guess we have a new mission. Evacuate all the people if we can. Technicolor volcano.
The most dangerous kind of volcano.
So how are things, Ralph? We were just talking about how cold it is where we're at. How is it over there? Is it really cold?
A bit cold today, but it's for the most part been mild. Well, up until I guess last week, it was still pretty hot. It was still getting pretty Here, I know it's 54, which is 12.2 Celsius. Until last week, it had still been getting close to like 30s, like high 20s. Starting to get cool.
Oh, it's so cold.
A whole bunch yesterday.
I think last night it got down to 33 degrees, which is what, 3 degrees Celsius or something like that. But it's gone up now to 45, which is, I think it's like 9 degrees Celsius.
Adorable.
I can't figure out any of it. I'm just getting confused.
No, I mean the temperature. Ow.
Last Saturday, we went to this comedy club and they're playing a sort of Walking Dead D&D game. And so they were comedians, right? And they didn't have any dice. So the way it worked, they had a big coin with a check mark and an X. So they would give around the coin to people in the audience so they could flip it, and then that would decide if the character's move was a good move or it was a bad move. It was actually quite funny. They were really good. They were really funny because they're like all weird characters that met up in the bar, and all of a sudden the zombie apocalypse happened. Yeah, and then one of them was a prostitute. It was a male prostitute with a beard. And there was a gynecologist. There was a mattress salesman. There was a hand modeler. And what was the other guy? I think the other guy was just a random person. But yeah, it was hilarious.
Funny. I can't even remember the last time when I did something like, you know, went outside.
That sounds ominous.
Well, I, I mean, I was outside yesterday, but
I was outside 30 seconds ago. Oh, right, coffee.
Oops. Oh, Rao, are you watching the new Discovery show, the Star Trek show?
Haven't yet.
It's actually quite interesting because I know a lot of people were not really sure about it. It might just be terrible. It's really not that bad. I think you might like it.
Max likes it.
Yay! I know there's several people who are complaining about the Klingons because the Klingons look so much different than the original series Klingons. So they keep changing the way they look.
Yeah, they're, they're different a lot. I don't really care.
There we go. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey. Also, I noticed that I need to get some citric acid for my kettle. Yeah, so much calcium carbonate on it that it's absurd. I really don't think I can get it off with a brush. Yeah, I don't think it's ever been cleaned out, so it's like a nice millimeter thick layer of calcium carbonate on it.
Fancy.
Yes. Hey, makes at least my water doesn't taste weird. So, and it only adds like 5 extra seconds to the time of boil.
My eye itches.
Eat it back.
I don't think I should do that.
And rub it back.
That sounds more healthy.
I need some background music here.
Oh, the other day I was watching some of those Twitch fail videos. They're so fun.
Well,
Yeah, there was one. Most of them, the most funny ones are the ones that are kids streaming, like they're either in their 15s or 15s, 16s, and they're not doing their homework. So there's one that this guy had been playing for hours, and the mother comes in the middle of the stream and starts screaming at him, "Hey, do your homework! You haven't done your homework! You haven't cleaned up your room!" He's like, "Mom, I'm streaming! I don't care! You better do it now!" I think I was so embarrassed.
Poor guy.
well, you should do your homework.
Right?
There's the person who didn't do her homework.
Yep. Same here. I never did homework, which is why I got so bad grades. Except for English and music.
I did my homework on lower grades, but not later on.
Sorry about that, I am back.
I think I used to do my homework in the middle of the night because I didn't want to even look at it till it was like 10 p.m. It's like, oh no, I haven't done my homework.
Because that's definitely healthy.
Right? It's like I used to watch all the late shows while I was doing my homework. And at that time, Benny Hill was on. There's all the comedy show. Oh, the Monty Python show was also on at that time.
Right, I am back.
Hello, back.
So the world gets thrown sideways for a second.
Yep.
And when you all wake up, it is pitch black outside.
You said that. You said that volcano was what, like 25 miles in diameter?
Yeah.
Because I'm really bad at math, but if it's 25 miles in diameter,
Not the crater. The whole mountain.
yeah, okay, yeah, the whole mountain, then that means that mountain is maybe like
I swear to God, if you're doing trigonometry right now.
no, I'm thinking that it's close to the size of New York City.
Big mountain.
Also, it smells of eggs.
Oh.
Who here doesn't have dark vision? I think. Well, Jim's dead, so everyone has dark vision. But you can tell that it's clearly quite dark outside.
Yep. Okay.
Books are thrown
that's-
off shelves. People are just coming to.
I thought us going back was supposed to stop the volcano.
Yeah.
Because we
I think we were wrong about that.
Are you saying it caused the volcano to erupt?
I think so.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Clearly, you need to do better studying of things.
If you could figure out how to tell How many trees fell in the forest last year? Okay. I feel like I'm doing bad as a GM, and that I'm a bad person. Anyways. It is dark, it is smoky. There's a very loud sound of something roaring in the distance. Not like a bestial roar, but like the roar of a waterfall, but magnified times a billion.
Hmm.
You actually have to shout in order to talk to each other.
That's disconcerting.
What are we gonna do? We need to save these people. So I'm guessing they don't know where to go. Is there any shelters?
Uh, Probably the best bet would be to run to a port and get on a boat. And hope you get out before the pyroclastic flow.
Right. Neverwinter is not gonna fare well, I'm assuming.
I mean, you guys haven't gone outside yet. It's dark and it smells like eggs.
Alright, let's go out, have a look at what's going on. I say as I get up.
As you look out the window, the whole sky is black. There is a fog like ash raining down quite heavily. You can see through this, obscured through opaque, smoky clouds, the silhouette of Mount Galgrim with a absolute jet of lava just spewing out of it miles into the sky.
Well, that looks nice.
So
Well,
Harper,
Sorry.
just gonna say Harper is gonna help us or not.
If we get all the town people into the tower, I should be able to transport us. Quickly, go tell everyone. Get them to the tower.
I'm on it. I'm gonna ride Pinky and just gather all the people.
Yes, Selbus jumps on her Pink Panther and rides through the town, paw revering it.
The British are coming!
Come with me if you want to live.
Get into the tower!
I'm guessing they won't be able to see anything because it's really dark, so I'm gonna have to guide them towards the tower.
Yeah. Because the ash is starting to come down worse and worse. And it's a tight squeeze, but you're able to get in quite a few of the townspeople. I mean, all of the townspeople.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, what about your friends, Thorman? Your bush friends?
I just look at Rosebush and like start shooing him off, like to as if to go tell his people to just run or stay because that's way of nature.
He grabs onto your leg.
Oh,
They, I should say.
Hmm?
Never mind. Continue.
Yeah, I don't know what to do here really. I'm not a druid. Um. Right. How many do we? How many do I think I can get of the forest children once the town is in here?
I mean, they're different shapes and sizes. Not all of them.
Hmm.
Maybe like a couple hundred.
Right. Are the have I during the time that I spent with them have I noticed any ants?
You have not noticed any ants. You've also
Okay.
not looked for any ants.
No.
But there has not
Okay.
been any passive notice of ants.
Right. I am going to go up to what's basically the edge of the forest, and I am going to start singing in Elvish because that's what I know they understand. I'm hoping to call as many of them as I can to me.
Yep, they all come to you.
I point towards the tower and point to Rosebush and just hop him along. Just to indicate, follow Rosebush, that's safety.
They shake their heads. None of them follow you.
Alright. Yeah, I just lead as many as I can into the tower.
That would be 0.
No, they don't want to go?
Not a single one.
oh.
Well, I guess that's just how nature goes. Alright, well, before I go into the tower, I wave them goodbye. And I say in Elvish that I wish them luck.
They all
Is Earth-
wave back.
Hmm.
Continue, sorry.
I was just gonna ask if Erky's butler is in the tower as well.
No, he has been absent for the past few days. Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh.
That's where Watt's been.
Okay. I'm confused.
About what? What?
As what?
Don't worry about it. Shared timelines. Anyways, you make your way into the tower. Tower seals up. begins to fly away. That's when the primary detonation happens. And the eastern side of the mountain blows off, raining thousands upon thousands of tons of ejecta to the northeast of the mountain. In a great blast that eradicates Xanthel's Keep, Mirabar, and a large portion of the Lurkwood.
That's pretty big.
However, the shockwave catches the tower. And I'm going to need acrobatics or athletics checks from everybody to see how they deal with, once again,
Perky.
yeah, Salbus and Pinky live parkour. Apparently Thorman too.
Oh, he just stands there like a rock.
Yeah, it's like...
Because that's what he does.
However, Urki smashes against the wall, taking 11 points of damage as he cracks his head off the stone. There's a gash, but it's not too bad. And the tower crashes just south of New Oakhurst.
Right.
You feel that Urki is fine. Just fine. Everything's fine. Did we just crash a tower?
I'm guessing very slight grogginess.
Oh, I mean...
I'm gonna check on the townspeople and see if there's any injuries.
Let me roll a number. There are 2 fatalities.
Oh no. At least that's better than 100.
I
Yeah.
was just about to say that.
Yeah. It's actually quite miraculous.
Are we in a safe place or are we still in danger?
It's still dark out. It's a lot darker now that the primary explosions happened. The ash seems to be getting heavier. Oh, Urki, it's your birthday. I just want to
Yay.
canonize that. Happy birthday.
What an awesome birthday. At least you got the
birthday ever.
at least you got the the best birthday candle in the world.
with very loud fireworks.
Yep. Is there a river of glowing red things moving towards us?
No, not currently. Most of the lava flow seems to be on the other side of the mountain.
Oh, that's a relief.
Yeah. Erky starts to try to pull a bottle out of his pocket, and
And
then,
fails.
like, it gets caught, like, the bottleneck gets caught at where the pocket is, and he's, like, sitting at a weird angle. So, like, he's trying to pull it, and it's just creating more tension.
Hmm.
And then the cork comes off, and he spills it.
I hand Urki what is left of my spiced wine. Because I haven't dropped a single drop of that, even in this commotion.
Hmm. Okay, Hopper and Mister, any ideas, you bright old wizards?
Oh, this. Well, I think we got lucky. Um, there is one thing I can do. Uh, which way is up? I'm a little
Point
dizzy.
up.
Yeah. You point up, which is incidentally now one of the walls, because the tower landed on its side. It's like, can somebody lift me up to that window?
I grab him by the scruff and toss him.
Ah!
Ah, you appreciate him so much.
Yeah, about 10 minutes later, it starts to get a little bit lighter outside. And the wind begins to pick up quite substantially. However, the wizard does not return.
Mm-hmm.
Did he just bail on us?
I wouldn't put it past him, but I don't know. Well,
Alright, let's get our asses out of here and see what's happened.
yes.
With any luck, the flow is going the other way.
Yeah, you guys climb out of the broken tower, and you see Hopper standing there, a little bit ways off on one of the crests of the hill. He seems to be chanting some sort of spell. There's a small tornado funnel just above where he's standing. It seems to be generating quite a bit of wind. The wind seems to be pushing the ash again towards the northeast. So the air is slowly becoming more breathable.
So he did not ditch us.
No, he did not.
Okay. What do we see besides darkness and more darkness?
Well, mostly darkness. The area that the tower landed in is mostly rolling plains lands. You managed to clear the forest, so you didn't hurt any of the trees.
Hmm.
Fancy.
You are currently there. You can see the imprint of a road to the south a ways, but since everything is covered in ash and there's now a current and substantial ground effect wind, most of the features of the land are quite obscured.
My leg
Okay.
hurts. In real life, I mean. Because it's so cold. Please continue.
I refuse.
That's too bad.
Yes, so you guys are currently standing in a rolling, ashy plain. You can see in the distance there's the mountain, which is currently roiling with black smoke. Not quite the torch-like jet that it was just a few minutes ago.
Okay, this is bad. What do we do? Do we just run south? Run to Neverwinter, take a boat?
I'm not sure, honestly. I'm a little lost for words in whatever is going on here.
I don't know how to deal with natural catastrophes, even if they aren't completely natural. I don't know if
I
this
mean,
is.
what can we do, really? It's a
Get
fucking
safe.
volcano.
I attack the volcano.
We could get a gigantic army of ancient white dragons to cool it off. But you know,
Yeah.
the likelihood of that happening is smaller than the likelihood of the volcano just stopping right now.
And then, a second volcano.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
You are so mean.
I am probably the meanest and the worst.
I think our top priority is to save these people. So let's gather up all the town people and take them to Neverwinter and see if they can probably find a boat and get out of here.
Yeah, probably. Maybe. I mean, yeah. We can keep protecting them forever, probably, but we can get them at least there.
Yeah, the wizard hopper is going to take whatever amount of time it is to cast a, let's say I can't even remember what level control weather is, but one level above that.
Mm.
Yay!
So he will take, let's say, 30 minutes to make sure the wind doesn't change once you guys start moving. And you lead the solemn procession back down from New Oakhurst into Neverwinter. When you initially get to Neverwinter, the outside gates are unmanned, so you have to send somebody through, which is probably going to be Celebus and Pinky, to like flick the lever to open up the way, because it seems that most of the denizens have fled to the dock wards, where there is a general riot to get onto boats.
Oh boy.
Can anyone turn this tower into a boat.
You mean the tower you left 6 miles back?
Dang it. Well, we could go back for it.
Yeah, this is true. We can play as much D&D as you guys want to. Erky can buy a boat. Erky probably owns most of the boats here in Neverwinter, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, Erky is rich. Very just.
Yeah, Erky, we need your help. A boat, please.
Get us a big ship that can fit all of these people.
Afraid that doesn't... Yeah, the harbor master concedes you own these boats. And anybody within shouting distance is also convinced. However, there are thousands of people here.
Yep.
And
all
none of them
wanna-
seem to... Yeah, none of them seem to care about who owns these boats.
They just want to be on them. Makes sense.
Let's just get on a boat and let it take us to, I don't know, Waterdeep probably?
There's a schooner that seems to be pulling off as people try to jump the dock and get on, while the crew members are stamping on people's fingers on the side of the boat.
This is brutal.
This is what happens in survival situations, I guess.
Yeah, well, if you overload your boat and you capsize, it's no good.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, nope.
Erky is being really mad at everything right now, it seems.
It's not completely unreasonable.
There is a maintenance barge. It's the biggest boat, but it's not the fanciest boat. The fancy boats left probably during the first explosion.
Hmm.
They were
The
like,
barge will do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we'll just take anything.
yeah. It's basically a floating dock. There is no sail. There is no power source.
Well, that might be a problem. How do we get it to move?
We row.
And maximum, this thing could probably carry 400 or 500 people.
Everyone can fit in. Woo! Maybe.
Well,
I don't
everyone
know.
from the town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody at the docks. There's probably 5,000 people here.
Well, we'll take that then. And we'll just row the fucker all the way down. Taking shifts.
Yep.
Are there any oars nearby, or maybe 2x4s that we can use to row?
Give me an investigation. There is, in fact, underneath a canvas tarp on this very barge,
Okay, I'm gonna start passing around all the oars so everyone can row.
well, they're not oars. I need to roll something.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
What are they?
10 cords of 2x4s.
What?
Basically enough wood to build a mansion if you wanted to.
Right.
Well, close enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it works in a pinch.
Yeah. And we just have to get away from here. Like,
Yeah.
further down, we can probably just get back to land and walk.
Yeah, I think the bard might be useful here in getting people to stop fighting each other and maybe coordinate a little bit. Because the cleric is having no luck at all.
Well, I will give them a motivating song speech, like a musical number about uh
Take the board, you row the board. Ta-da!
actually I'll just sing I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan. That's just very inspiring for everyone.
Agreed.
Funny enough, I'm not actually very good at performing.
Yay.
Jasper's great.
Yep. I'm just yelling at people at the top of my lungs, just get the fuck on or I'll bash your head in and leave you behind.
Well, there's people that will get on, but they also might, try to throw you off, or, once you get to a load limit,
Yeah.
people might still try to get on. Anyways,
Calm your tits, everyone.
I'll just yell out like, if no boat can take you, then start running. It's better than just standing here.
He's not wrong.
yeah. Well, you guys do eventually make it out of the port of Neverwinter. You are. It's a very ungainly thing to get moving, let alone steer. Honestly, probably about, say, 8 miles down the coast, you're basically gonna get beached again on rocks.
Dang it.
And it's gonna make it completely immobile.
Dang it.
I mean, 8 miles is still 8 miles.
It's true.
It is true. Okay, this is where we live now.
Yes, everyone off the boat, go south. Quickly.
Do you mean by swimming or?
If it's beach, then we should just be able to walk and land.
Yeah. Yeah, you're beached, so you don't actually have to. I mean, you might have to, like, jump, but you have lumber, so you could probably build a gangway.
Yeah.
You could probably just throw lumber in between the gap between you and the actual shore until you could just walk across it.
Yeah, we don't have any hammer or nails, so it's just like toss, 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 toss.
Yeah.
And then the really large beams we just put over on top of it. So we have a nice walking surface so no old people or whatever get stuck in the cracks.
We have a really nice walking surface paved with the finest of old people. I'm old.
Not anymore. Implying that no, they're dead.
It's true. So you're currently walking south on the coast road, I believe it is called.
Yep.
Isn't it also like colloquially called the Sword's Edge, or something like that?
Something dramatic.
Fun.
Yes. You get to an intersection in the road where you can either go south. Well, you can either go east and then south to. Is that Pandir or Pandolin? Fandolin.
Yeah.
Well, basically, it's a choice between do you want to stop at Fandolin or Leon? I can't read. It's my secret shame.
I think it's Lekon. Yeah. Philip really used some fancy handwriting here. But yeah, no, I think we want to keep following the coast road. Because with the amount of people we have with us, the only place we can really get help is somewhere large enough, like Waterdeep. Smaller towns won't have the resources necessary for 100 plus, or like 200 or 300 refugees. That's not gonna work.
Roll me a D100.
All of us.
No, just Thorman. As you're walking, you can hear a lot of the refugees saying that they want to go to Fandolin.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're pretty sure Waterdeep's been destroyed. Because no one's heard. Like, before this had happened, the talk was that no one's really heard anything from Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all that anyone has heard, is that no one's heard anything from Waterdeep.
Well,
Okay. Have I heard anything about Waterdeep?
You've heard that no one's heard anything about Waterdeep. There's no news coming out.
That's not uncommon. Maybe
There's no one coming back.
Maybe some bugger trying to lay siege to it again.
because that sounds so good.
I mean, the only other option we have then is going all the way to Silvery Moon. At least then we'll have the Evermores in the way of us and the volcano.
Can we use persuasion to convince them not to go that way?
Not to go to Fandolin or not to go towards Waterdeep?
Not to go to Fandolin.
I mean, you can, if you want to.
Jasper, can you help us again?
I mean, sure, if I only knew what I should say to them. Where is the place where they want to go?
They want to stop at Fandolin because they don't want to go to Waterdeep. Because there's bad things they think are happening at Waterdeep, like people don't come back from there. Or
Well, we
haven't
can
been
just-
coming back from there.
That
If it looks bad, we can just walk past it, but we need to go as far south as we can.
or east past the Evermoors, because
Yeah, like-
Evermoors would make the lava. It would stem the lava flow.
We need to get away from the mountain and not stop at the nearest possible stop.
Yeah.
This is not a great speech.
We could hustle to Yartar, and a river might give us some protection from the lava flow. At least for us to rest, restock, and get us to Silvery Moon. Does this sound good to everyone? I shout out. I can give you a persuasion check if you want to.
Sure.
I roll a 2.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, some people are still just gonna go and stop because they're tired.
Well, we
They're
cannot
old.
stop you.
Look, I'm just going to do this pure logic. If you go to Fandolin, there is no guarantee that you'll ever get away from Fandolin. If we stop now, well, we don't know what might happen. So either you suck it up and push on, or, well, you won't be seeing much help from me at least. And as I say that, I start walking east.
Well, damn.
But east is the direction they wanted to go.
Yes. But I'm not going to Fandolin. I'm going towards Tribor. Because if no word has been heard from Waterdeep in a while, then okay, that might be a bad idea. Then let's go to Silvery Moon. It's another large city. It's got a plentiful area, and it's far away from the volcano, and it's got the Evermoors and a large river in between that and it.
You did this thing.
Yes.
You arrive at Tribor.
Oh, we made it there. I'm so surprised.
Do you want to stop at Tribor?
Depends. How close are does it look like the ash clouds are to us?
The ash clouds are not as bad here, but there is still some ash. It's maybe only 2 or 3 centimeters of ash here. Whereas closer to the mountain, it was more like 10 to 15 centimeters.
Right. Looking to the northeast towards the mountain, does Neverwinter Woods look like it's completely ablaze?
I mean, if you could see it through all the smoke
Mm,
of the burning forest.
So it would appear that.
So yes, it would appear.
Yeah.
yeah. So we might
is
not
fine.
want to stop here.
We might not want to stop ever. Ever again.
Well, I'm going to shout out, alright everyone, short rest, resupply, get whatever you need,
Is there anyone left in still
In
staying
Tribor?
here? Yeah.
Yeah, the shockwave. I mean, there were broken windows around town, but there weren't quite as many, and there were no deaths actually. But there are people starting to pack up wagons. There's a bit of a rush at the market.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. By the way, we never got the chance to dig through the surviving coins and shit, right?
Surviving coins.
From the Yawning Portal.
Oh, no, Mr. Watt took care of that. He had people from the bank come and collect it. The slag pile.
I see.
Right. Well, I'm gonna start going around looking for, like, I don't know, wagons, horses, food, whatever. Anything that people don't seem to be able to take with them, and of those that are heading out.
Give me investigation. Or perception, I should say. Yeah, perception. You perceive a cart with a canvas tarp over it behind one of the buildings along the main street.
I'm gonna look at the building. Does it look like a livery?
Looks like a storehouse.
I'm gonna walk up and see, just see if anyone's still here. Hello? No one here?
No, the doors are wide open though. And it looks like the storehouse has been completely emptied.
Right. I go around the back. So it's just cart sitting here.
Yep.
Right. Well, I guess I pull it out in the street.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna just start like asking around people like for spare horses that they can take, or more wagons, food that's like spoiling food, whatever, dried rations.
The wagon is full of crates.
Oh,
What's in the crates?
I have no idea. I'm gonna start
They are all marked as pickled plums.
Well, that's food.
It's true.
Sounds disgusting, but it's
It's actually
Yeah.
quite nice.
They're quite sweet, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. It's like a sweet
So-
pickle.
Yeah. Well, it's better than nothing.
yep.
Yeah.
But there are no extra beasts of burden or any sort of horse or riding animal that seems to be available. As far as food, there is food on people's carts, which you feel like they will kill you over.
Yeah, it's
I mean, you could go check the grain towers of a couple farms. You'd have to leave someone to guard the cart, though.
I think he
Yeah.
can pull the cart.
Can he? Is he strong enough?
I am strong enough to pull a cart, actually. I'm pretty sure.
Fair.
Pinky can pull the cart, and Pinky will pull the cart. Pinky won't
This
like
is-
pulling the cart.
No, I'll pull the cart.
Okay.
I wouldn't have Pinky pull the cart. He's a free animal. But yeah, I guess I will pull the cart towards, like, I don't know, nearest farmland. I don't know, maybe try see if farmer has an ox.
Or a giraffe.
The barns are mostly empty. There are some cows every now and then. Find a pretty well-stocked hen house.
Chickens can pull the cart. We just have to enlarge them quite a bit.
No, we just tie 10,000 chickens to the cart. Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Well, have you ever hit the chickens in Zelda?
No,
Yeah.
because I've never played Zelda.
No. Anyways, it's very amusing. You do find a grain silo that is full.
Hmm.
It is full of barley.
The question is, how many survivors and townsfolk do we have left following us?
Oh, once you got to Tribor, I would say none.
Oh,
No.
It's us.
that's what I was like. Searching. That's why I was even doing all this stuff, like searching around, so they would have food.
Well, I guess we could just take some of the plums with us.
Yeah.
Do
There's
we
enough.
still have our wizards?
This is true. Or
What
is
happened?
it?
What happened to all the people? Did they go to Vandalin after all?
I think they just kind of filtered out and did their own things, you know. People have got family in different places.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just, I need to go there, and I need to go there. And I just don't like any of you.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
die than follow you.
And I was trying to be nice and altruistic, looking out for everyone. Oh well. Guess I'll stuff my bag with enough pickled plums to last the rest of us for a while, and then just toss the rest off the cart, and we'll use that as a moving tent until we get to where we need to go.
Comfy.
Better than ground, and it's a roof over your head.
True.
Yeah, you figured about 2 of these large jars should be enough of an emergency ration if you need them. Like, we're talking about almost cask-sized jars.
Yeah.
Oh! Good size, good size.
Yes, and lovely amber. So you now have a cart
Yes.
with a Thorman powered motor.
Yeah, I found some rope and make myself a good handle so that I can just have it over my shoulder and pull.
Yeah, by the time you guys get to Trebor, there is already a long stream of refugees from Long Saddle um, coming down. At least those that can make it out.
Hmm.
Apparently, the lava fields are quite bad north, and there seems to be a black dragon that is stalking them.
Oh,
Not them, not them as
not the
in
lava streams.
no, they're stalking the lava streams. They're not stalking the people.
Hmm,
Looking for something?
maybe.
Interesting.
Yeah, Tribor was where we got the cart, so I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just, let's say, okay, everyone who doesn't want or need to walk, just hop on and I'll get us to your cart.
The cart is filled.
With people. I
Yeah.
will walk.
Mostly very old people, and very young people, and very pregnant people.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm not like a horse. I am about as strong as a horse, so it's slow, but it's forward, and I don't mind.
Good.
So, as you lead this group of refugees through the ashen strewn wastelands, I think it's a good time to bring the session to a close. Because I don't feel that good.
Oh no.
I don't know if you noticed today.
It's fine. I'm very cold, so I kind of want to go to bed. Where my
I
blanket
hope
is.
you feel better. I
I'll
hope
be
you
fine.
sleep well.
I'll be fine. Max will sleep. Or make a cat taco. I can't remember.
Cat? What?
Never mind.
I don't make a cat taco. Maybe a burrito.
Yes, a burrito.
Brr. Brr, brr, brr. Because cats makes burr sounds.
Yes, that was a perfect pun.